So, of course, I'm keeping up to date on the latest news and Nibiru and people's different ideas about when these catastrophic events could take place, and then some speculating that it can be this year in October. And so I'm just doing numbers in my head because that's what I'll do. I'll add up things if it's a big event, or you can do people's names, and I don't apply it to my life in the sense where I'm doing mischief with numbers, because I know it can be controversial for some people, and they will say it is satanic, and I'll agree to the extent that if you're putting these things in spells, possibly, but we can't forget that anything that Satan uses, God created. So he just twists everything. So there's power in numbers in a good way. Everything has been created by the light, right? Anyway, I have this one numerology book that's called The Power in Numbers by Ruth A. Dreyer. And I just picked this up when I was in college. Sometimes I'll pick it up just for an interesting read to see, how it kind of fits or applies. And, I'm not really living my life on that number after that. So, of course, I was looking up the dates. This is the Pythagorean system, and it only goes to 9. Some numerology will go all the way up in numbers, like in the alphabet. So there will be like a popular number going around right now, 23, and 923 is the suspicious date that people keep coming up with. But this only goes to 9, so I'm not going to get into the whole introduction of this book and the history. I just wanted this to be a light video because it had some positive things that I feel like people could hear. And it ties in real well with the people that are waking up and really researching and being the truthers and all that. So I'm just going to read some of it, jump around. In the introduction, number 1 represents the drive to initiate and impel things forward. It represents the sun and the intellect and is considered masculine. And I thought it was interesting they said the sun because of what's going on with the sun and the whole Planet X thing. Anyway, number 1s are the leaders, bosses, pioneers, and visionaries. They are ahead of their time. From the negative side, number 1s can come across as bossy, dominant, or aggressive and may seem to be poor listeners. The number 1's key word is courage. Its symbol is a flame, and it gets into different gemstones and musical notes and stuff like that. The attributes of number 1s are strong willpower, determination, originality, independence, leadership abilities, pioneering spirit, and unique individuality. Number 1s show a tendency to be loners. People who are ahead of their time, having fresh ideas for starting things and wanting things to go their way. Number 1s are interested in new fields where they feel the challenge of beginning new ventures. They're the innovators, the idea people. Number 1s may look at others and wonder why they are following a leader blindly, behaving like sheep. What? Lessons to be learned by number 1. To listen to their own inner guidance and believe in themselves enough to act on it. To realize others' opinions are only other opinions. To stand centered on their own 2 feet and live valiantly. To believe in themselves and realize that no matter how loved they are, no other number can really understand what they are trying to accomplish. To be aware that other people are different, and that is fine. So ahead of their time, number 1s may not be acknowledged or even remembered for their contributions. However, all can appreciate and benefit from these contributions. Being a number 1 can often be a thankless job. Perhaps as number 1s remember to thank others more often, including and especially the Creator, they may be thanked more frequently in return. Number 1s are like the Johnny Appleseeds of life, sowing their seeds, and need to be aware that this is a blessing. The only way to have more courage is to act as if you do. Your heart lies on the path of purity and integrity and living true to the teachings of your inner guidance. Your heart is happiest when you are starting new projects and blazing new trails, not when you are taking the time-tested, well-proven path. Make that okay and tune into God within and God above, Heavenly Father up above, as God is the only one whom you can rely. Staying tuned to God and not to your own ego may call upon you to demonstrate valor and fearlessness in the face of opposition. See this as an opportunity to strengthen yourself. If you live your life with integrity, you will be doing it your way, and that will encourage others to do the same. The goal of a number one is to attain an abundance of inner strength and personal power. It is to attain oneness with God and to live with integrity and great courage. Words that total one include integrity, spirit, sunshine, and sincere. So, take it with a grain of salt, but this is some uplifting words, like in the sense that all the people that have been doing this deep research and all of this just coming out, the dirty deeds of the upper class. And as it says in the Bible, everything that's in the darkness will come to the light. It will be exposed, and we're in those times. And it's a great time to be alive. It's exciting. When I think of the number one, I think of the Bible, day one. Kind of like a refreshing thought to me. But just words of encouragement. Thank y'all for all y'all do, and be courageous. Don't give a shit, and just love thy neighbor. Have a good night.